Hi everybody. Just really quick. In this episode, I talk a little bit about doing some live streaming and doing a charity live stream. Um, my dates were hung for that. It's actually tomorrow. Tentatively, I'll be streaming at noon Eastern time. But that is subject to change depending on if I need to be moved around because it's like a community sort of thing, so it's not just me involved in it. But yeah, tentatively, noon Eastern time is when I will be live for that. But make sure to follow me on Twitter at Pallet_U to keep up on when that's actually going to be. Also, please excuse my room. It's very messy. And also, please excuse the Chuck Norris poster. It's been there since I was like 12. Uh, but yeah, so noon Eastern time here on YouTube. I will be live streaming probably going to doing Lugia's dungeon, Silver Trench, which is 99 floors, and then the boss fight at the end. So, should be real action-packed, should be very long and excruciating. So please join me in my pain. So, the link, nope, there's not a link for that. The link to my Twitter will be down in the description below, however, so make sure you follow that to, once again, see when that's going to be. Enjoy the video. Hi there. Welcome to Pallet University and the next episode of our Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. So, I figured out what I had to do is just pass a day between doing the Wish Cave thing and getting to basically the final part of the post-game sort of storyline. It sort of wraps up the main storyline, but after that we have only a handful of things to do. So I'm actually looking, I mean you guys can't see it, but I'm looking at the list of dungeons for like things to do and for like legendaries to recruit and things like that. So it really looks like it's just the ones that I sort of talked about the other day, where it's going back and recruiting the 3 Reggies, which is easily done in an episode. Going back and recruiting the 3 dogs, which those I might just turn into the boss fights for that episode. There might not be a whole lot of dungeon crawling for that episode. It might just be the boss fights, which are relatively simple. They're not that hard. And then after that, we have, it looks like 4 legendaries after that. And that would be Lugia, which is a 99 floor dungeon. Deoxys, which is only triggered after you beat Lugia. So it's that one is relatively short. It's only a 20 floor dungeon, so that's not bad. And then Jirachi and Celebi, which are also 99 floor dungeons. So, episode-wise, there's probably 1 with the Reggies, 1 with the Beasts, Entei, Suicune, and Raikou. Probably 2. We might actually do the final thing today. So we'll do 1. So that'd be 1, 2, 3. 1 with the Deoxys, so that's 4. There are probably only 4 episodes left. And up to 3 streams. I'm still on the fence about whether to do Lugia's dungeon as a stream or whether to do it just as like the final 20 or so floors of the dungeon and then the boss fight. That'll depend on sort of the timing and if we can get everything that I want to done today. So with that, we'll get into it and see what happens next. Oh, okay, I guess I just ended things off without going through and collecting all my rewards for these dungeons. That's weird. I definitely thought I did that, but I'm just gonna button mash. It was really not a hard dungeon at all. Oh, I know why. Because it got to the next day, and I didn't want a story thing to trigger. So I just turned the game off. So it must autosave when you leave the dungeon, and not when it says the next morning. That's kind of interesting. And I really didn't want a Doduo. I remember this now. Yeah, I really didn't want a Doduo because I already have, I think, 2 Dodrio, but they don't let you say no to them if they join you like this. Got lots of gummies from this, though, which is nice. Is that it? Cool. So, and I don't think it starts right away, but I didn't know that for sure. So I didn't want it to start off camera. What do we got? It should just work like a normal morning. And then I'm pretty sure I have to talk to somebody in Pokemon Square. Or, I never can remember if it's Pokemon Square or Town Square. I'm pretty sure it's Pokemon Square. I mean, I'll take this job just to clear up my mailbox, but I'm definitely not going to do that job. So it's on the second floor of Thunderwave Cave for a Sleep Seed. Sorry, Cubone. That's... I feel like Shiftry at the beginning of the game, but I'm like, that's not worth my time. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I have to talk to Metacham. If I'm remembering correctly. I'm almost positive that's what it said. Is Metacham even here? Maybe she's over by the post office. Yes, okay. There they are. Say, sweetie. Have you seen Gengar around? No, I haven't. Oh, okay. Something seems wrong with Gengar lately. He won't do anything wicked with us anymore. I wonder what's wrong with him. Ekans, please just don't move. Like, that's all I can ask of you, is that you just don't move. Yeah, he looks like he has a lot on his mind. You think so? His expression, it looks the same as usual, no? All I've seen is him laughing in his usual mean way. Okay, that was actually a neat animation. How Ekans' whole body was just like... No, it's different. I can tell. The way he sets his mouth. It's different, just a little at the corners. Perhaps so. Anyway, without Gengar around, team meetings can't operate. Such a vexing problem. Was that it? Was that all I had to do? Do I need to pass another day now? Or does he find me? Well, I'm almost positive that the first dungeon that we have to go do is not hard, if I'm remembering this at all correctly. Do I need to pass another day? Because I don't remember seeing that. I'm going to look back at this guide thing. Nope, not that part. Not that part. Here. Okay. So, complete Pitfall Valley. Check. Complete Wish Cave. Check. Clear any dungeon. Wait a minute. Okay, so rescue Metacham from floor 20 of Wish Cave. Did that. So you don't have to go see Jirachi, because I was worried about that. Clear any dungeon with or without a rescue job. Talk to Metacham in Pokemon Square. Check. Complete any dungeon with or without a rescue job. This will trigger an event when you wake up. There it is. So, I'll do that off screen real quick, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, we're back. So, it is now the next morning. And I'm curious how this actually goes, because I don't quite remember. The little guide that I looked up said, when you wake up. So maybe after Pelipper? I need to talk to them again? I think Gengar headed off to Mount Freeze. I've heard it is a place that is very difficult. Will he be okay? Gengar wants to meet with Ninetales. That's what I think. What he needs to do when he does meet with Ninetales, I don't know. So, now I'm guessing I go to Mount Freeze. Which is what I was saying with, like, the dungeon's not going to take very long. Mount Freeze is not that long. And also... Do I not go to Mount Freeze? Where is Mount Freeze on here? No, the only ones that say go are Silver Trench and Buried Relic. Which is weird. Because I've definitely gone through all of Buried Relic, and I don't know why. Let me look at the guide thing again, because from the way it was phrased, it sounds like I should be going there today. Okay, so it's the next day. Because the next thing is me taking Gengar to Mount Freeze. So I'm assuming that he gets knocked out, and we have to take him because we're stronger than him. So I will see you in just another minute. We're already 10 minutes into the episode, and we've done nothing. Alright, so I literally just went through Tiny Woods because I did not want to spend another probably 15 to 20 minutes going through a dungeon. So yeah, I literally just took a stroll through Tiny Woods and called it a day. So, is this going to happen or is this not going to happen? There it is. Late riser. Oh, Gengar. Like always, slow to rise, aren't you, Team Poke Rescue? But that's not what I came here to say. Not today. It irks me to say this, but I need your help. Can you take me up Mount Freeze? I've tried to go over and over, or I tried over and over to go up, but yeah, it's steep and harsh. Ninetales is up on Mount Freeze. I've got to see Ninetales. I'm prepared to do whatever it takes. This is why I'm asking you. Take me up Mount Freeze. Sure. Yeah, that's settled. You have my trust. Here you go. Can I tag along with the rescue team? Yay. The only place I want to go is Mount Freeze. I'm not about to tag along if you're going to other dungeons. I'll only tag along if you go up to Mount Freeze. Alright, so we'll just do that then. I'm positive that I have enough Reviver Seeds for Mount Freeze, because it ideally should be 0, but Gengar is pretty weak, actually. And if I remember right, Gengar, there's a solid chance that Gengar is going to get knocked out by something. So I'll keep some on me. I'm mostly here to deposit some of the stuff like these irons, proteins, whatever, that I picked up in a couple of dungeons. I can probably deposit most of these actual Reviver Seeds, save those for later. Yeah, I can probably just get rid of a whole page of these. Cool. And with that, I should have a fairly decent amount of those, like, boosting items in storage. So maybe I'll give some to Smeargle to make Smeargle even more broken. Okay, so I do have a job in Mount Freeze, but it will not let me do it. Because of the whole Gengar thing. Gengar will be coming along for this adventure. You won't get any requests while you're on this adventure. Cool. So, Smeargle does stay with me. Alright, so yeah, this will be even more of a cakewalk then. Smeargle's, like I said, already level... I think it got to level 99. Not in Tiny Woods, obviously, but the dungeon before that. Mount Freeze. Ninetales is here, definitely. Get me to the summit. Sure, dude. So I don't remember how long Mount Freeze is, but I know it's not super long. I'm sure that it told me. Zangoose. Do I have your friend area, Zangoose? Please. I do. So if you did not know, Zangoose is my favorite Pokemon. Which is why I was super, super excited to see that one of the dungeons has Zangoose as the shiny Pokemon that's possible, but they didn't give one to Viper, which I think is very funny. But yeah, so that might just be a whole stream of me trying to go get the Zangoose, the shiny Zangoose. I don't actually know, because maybe I've just been unlucky, because I've seen several shiny Pokemon, but none of them have tried to join me, even when I'm wearing the friend bow. Which I find a little curious, and I don't know exactly the mechanics. I might have to look on Cerebi to see what the actual mechanics of that are. So, I said at the beginning that this... I would want to get everything in this done in one episode, but seeing as we're already halfway through the episode, that's probably not going to happen. So we'll get an extra episode out of it. Let me know down below. I'll probably put like a thing toward the beginning, just like on screen, asking you to let me know, because statistically, most people don't make it this far into the video, just based on my like viewer retention statistics. But do you want to see the Lugia thing in a live stream, or would you want to see it in an episode? Because the live stream would probably be on just like a random day of the week. I'd let you all know, obviously, like quite a while beforehand. I would probably announce it on Twitter, so make sure you follow me there. But yeah, so I'm actually doing some live streaming, hopefully this weekend. I know it's Memorial Day weekend. My mom's probably going to be pissed at me that I'm not going to be... Language. My mom's probably going to be mad at me that I'm not going to be spending the entire time with the family. But, like, I love my family. But, like, they can be a little much sometimes, especially, like, if it's the full family, which I kind of doubt that it will be, given, you know, global circumstances. It normally is. Like, my aunts and uncles and stuff, which we all live pretty close by. Most of my mom's family lives within, like, 5 minutes of where I live. Or where they live, I guess, because I live not here anymore. What? Okay, what level is Gengar? I remember him only being, like, level 15. Is that not correct anymore? Where can I see this? Stats. It doesn't say, but his HP is pretty high. Interesting. But we've seen that he knows Shadow Ball, which is interesting. But yeah, so I will be doing some live streaming probably this weekend, because it should be Thursday when you see this episode. So probably at some point on Saturday, I will be doing some live streaming. Probably either Wish Cave or, yeah, probably either Wish Cave or Joyous Tower, or, oh, that's not the name of Celebi's place. Either Wish Cave or whatever Celebi's, Purity Forest, there it is. Either Wish Cave or Purity Forest, which should take quite a while. I'll probably do Wish Cave first, because it starts us at level 5. Well, both of them start us at level 5, but, Purity Forest, you're by yourself. You can only bring one Pokemon in, which is pretty sub-ideal. So I'll probably start with Wish Cave, just because you can bring 3 Pokemon. So that's probably what I will be doing on Saturday. So once again, make sure you follow me on Twitter as for exactly when. I don't know what time that will be at. It won't be obviously super late or super early, because that's just how I am. It'll probably be like midday Saturday. So I would say probably 1-ish p.m. Eastern time is when I would be going live. I will have a more concrete answer for you probably tomorrow night, because I'm filming this the night before it goes up. So yeah, so I don't have a solid answer for you. So hopefully by tonight, when you see this, I'll have a better answer, but definitely by tomorrow night, I'll for sure have a better answer of when that's going to be. I also don't have, like, first of all, thank you to anyone who came out to the, just really quick, like, testing live stream that I did the other day. But yeah, if you were there, I don't have any kind of, like, stream alerts or anything like that set up, so I think that's probably what I'll be doing most of tomorrow, is working on that kind of thing, because it's been a real long time. I used to stream on Twitch, like, somewhat regularly, under a different name, but it's been a while, and I don't quite remember how everything goes, because it's been probably well over a year since that was, like, a regular thing. And, you know, once this is done, you know, I have lots of other things, lots of other games on my computer, obviously. I don't think I really want to get into doing, like, Nuzlocke or anything like that, and I talked to some of the people who were in the chat on Saturday for that live stream. And they had a lot of good ideas, but let me know yours down below as well. Because I don't really want to get into Nuzlocke, because I played Nuzlocke on YouTube for like 3 years, and you get tired of it after a while. I still enjoy them. You know, I do them like sort of in my own personal time. But playing them on YouTube just gets a little old for me for some reason. But let's see, what games do I have access to? Let's see, Jurassic World Evolution, which is a lot of fun. Some more simpler games like Skyrim. I heckin' love Skyrim. I have both the like OG version of Skyrim has better mods, as well as the newer, like, better looking Skyrim. So whatever people are feeling, I can definitely do that. What else do I even have? I have Far Cry Primal, which I've played on my Xbox. So like I know the game, but I haven't played on my PC, so that'd be starting a brand new game. And I would want to do some sort of thing that has sort of something to do with what I do for a living, like Jurassic World Evolution or Far Cry Primal, because they focus on extinct animals, which I think is pretty neat. And I can tell you guys all sorts of fun, weird facts about them, which is low-key my job description. Ooh, what is that? What is the strong Pokemon in this dungeon? It's Licky Licky, isn't it? Be shiny? You're not shiny. Oh, alright. You have thick fat, don't you? No, you don't. But Cooper's definitely going to kill you with that. Yeah. Let me look. What else even do I have for games? Far Cry Primal, Jurassic World Evolution, a game called Saurian, which is really neat. It's sort of like a survival type game, but as a dinosaur. It's basically The Isle, but not MMO, basically. Like I said, I have Skyrim. I have Undertale, which I've never played. Fun fact, I have that and Deltarune, but I've never played either of them. And I also have Spore, which is also the classic OG Spore, which is a lot of fun. I remember playing it way back in the day, but I haven't played it on this computer or like with this like save file or whatever. And it's fun because it's a game about evolution, so that's also like in my wheelhouse. So if people wanted to see that, I wouldn't make it like a series on the channel, but I could definitely see myself streaming those kinds of games, maybe on Twitch. So let me know your thoughts on that, because I think with the YouTube things, I would want it to be pretty much just Pokemon stuff. But for non-Pokemon things, I absolutely wouldn't mind streaming that on Twitch. I have a Twitch account with this name, but I just haven't really used it much. But I could definitely... I'm hungry. Let's see. I don't have my Xbox or my Wii here with me, or I could stream games from that. But obviously I do have my Switch. What Switch games do I have? Let's take a look. So I have this. I have Animal Crossing, Sword and Shield, Breath of the Wild, Let's Go. Yeah, there's the demo. Xenoblade Chronicles, Smash Bros, Pokken, which, and Super Mario Odyssey. So lots of options, lots and lots of options. So if you have any ideas for things to do for that, definitely drop those in the comments down below. And I'll probably be asking that for next episode as well. Actually, Mount Freeze is actually... I forgot that this did that. That Truant just has like a random chance of giving Pokemon around you the yawn status, basically. That's pretty neat. But yeah, so at the beginning of the next episode, I'll remind you, but if you have any ideas from that, definitely let me know. Or if you know of any, like... Did you get to level 100? See, look how bad those stats are. Except for speed, which is kind of the only one that matters for Smeargle. Because it lets it hit multiple times with the same moves, which is excellent on Smeargle, especially with its linked moves. So I do not need a Shelgon, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that I really wanted feedback on? I don't think there was. Oh yeah, also, how do I not have a Viper? But yeah, so I will be doing on the 28th? That's the date, yes? No. I'll get back to you on the date. But I'm doing a charity live stream with quite a few other people. It's sort of like a little network of sort of Pokemon, like smaller size, like Pokemon theorists slash a bunch of people who do podcasts are in on this as well. But we're doing like a charity live stream, and I'll be doing part of it, probably playing part of this for one of those. So I'll get back to you with more specifics on that. Also probably next episode. So make sure you watch next episode. I'm telling you this 25 out of roughly 30 minutes into this video, but there'll be a reminder at the beginning of next episode as well. It is definitely not before next episode, so yeah, so I'm very excited for that, and I think you should be too. There's lots of really cool people involved, which makes me super excited. I love meeting new people who enjoy doing the same types of things that I do, specifically Pokemon and being a big nerd about Pokemon and other non-Pokemon related things at the same time. Was that it? Was it only 15 floors? No, it's not. Interesting that they give you this rest stop here, because this is normally only here for boss battles, and I'm almost positive that you don't fight Ninetales. I mean, they might have changed that, but I'm almost positive that you don't actually fight Ninetales. No, Viper, I don't want you. There's one of you literally with me right now. But it does give me all of my PP back for... Am I holding the friend bow right now? I'm pretty sure I am, and this is just eating up a lot of time. I am. Heck me. Alright. Oh yeah, also big news. I successfully defended my master's thesis proposal, not the actual thesis itself. But this is basically like my committee. So the way it works is like you have your advisor, somebody else in your department, and then somebody outside your department as your thesis committee, who like help you. Basically, they're like your guides, basically your guides to doing research as a like professional scientist. So you basically for quite a few steps in the process, you need their approval for things. And this was one of them. So basically I had to defend, I had to make a presentation based on a proposal of what I'm doing XYZ for my thesis. This is how I'm doing XYZ. This is why I'm doing XYZ. This is how XYZ, or getting XYZ done, is going to help me get the research done, basically. And I have to make a presentation. That lasted maybe 15, 16 minutes. Then they asked me questions for about 45 minutes to an hour and grilled me about things that I should know, or in their eyes that I should know. And for the most part, I did know, but it's basically just them sort of testing you on things that... Basically, the questions get harder and harder until you know enough to say, I don't know. Because the worst thing you can possibly do in an academic setting like that is to try and make something up. Because almost always, the people asking the questions know more than you do. And they will know if you try to make something up. No, I even took off the friend bow. I don't want you, Viper. I don't want you. Get me out of here. But yeah, that was today. So you present your presentation. They meet for like 5 minutes without you, which is weird because normally they make you leave the room, but because we had to do it over Zoom. So I basically turned off my mic and camera and literally just walked out of my bedroom because I used my desktop here for it. And they were like, come back in 5 minutes. And I was like, okay, sure. So like they had absolutely no way of knowing that I actually did that, but I did anyway. Because I felt like it was, I don't know, just the right thing to do. It's weird when people are, it's like eavesdropping, basically. Actually, it's not like, it is eavesdropping. And I didn't want that. So, then they basically talk amongst each other about, like, if they had any concerns, if they have anything that, like, that seriously needed addressing or revising in the project. And then they tell you those concerns, and basically it's whether you passed or failed. It's not like a grade, it's just like, basically like getting their blessing to continue doing your research. But yeah, long story short, I passed. Yeah, so I passed, and the only concerns that one of my committee members had was that I was getting a little too like in the weeds with the details, and that I need to be more of an expert on not just like the time and specific place that I am doing my research on, but like that time period globally, and more broad scale things. But it's a good place to stop and see what Ninetales is going to tell us. Here at last, we're at the peak. Hey, Ninetales, where are you? Come on, come out. Once again, Ninetales is just super cool. Long time, Ninetales. Recognize me? What do you want? You know what I want. Look at me. Isn't it your fault that I look like this? What, you can't even begin by apologizing? It is not my fault. It all arose because you fled. Isn't that so? You fled from yourself as a human. And you fled from Gardevoir. It was I who cast the curse. But you became Gengar because you abandoned Gardevoir. It was Gardevoir that bore my curse, not you. You're quibbling. What does that even mean? Anyway, about that curse. How about lifting it already? You have the nerve to ask that? That's right. Imagine me asking anyone for a favor. I'm breaking out in hives at the thought. Turn me down and I'll KO you. Well, it won't be me doing the fighting, it'll be Gavin here. Excuse me? I'll see this curse lifted if it means even if it means taking you on. I regret to inform you, even if you could defeat me, the curse would remain. I don't have the power to lift curses. What are you saying? We Ninetales are known to be vengeful in the extreme. Once we cast a curse, it is final. Our curses are so powerful, even we cannot lift them. There may be a way, however. I became enraged at your treacherous heart, and on it I laid my curse. So I thought I heard something outside my door. For that reason, depending on your heart now, the curse may be lifted. Take this with you. What is that? Gengar received the Ninetale crest from Ninetales. Sure, why not? Gardevoir's physical form is sealed within the murky cave. The seal can be broken by that stone, the Ninetale crest. Gotcha. We just go to this murky cave and plunk down that rock, and that breaks the seal, so goodbye to the curse. How do you like that? It's ridiculously simple. There was always a way to... There was a way to lift the curse after all. You had me scared. Hey, I kept you waiting. Let's get home. That oaf. He has changed in many ways, but he is wavering. His old and new emotions are clashing within his heart. If he would only realize it upon reaching Murky Cave. If he does not... Dun dun dun. So we will be doing Murky Cave in the wrap-up of the... sort of tying off the loose ends of the main campaign of this story. Because if you didn't catch that, it wasn't me. You know, Gengar went after me because he found out I was human. But he was actually human himself. So, yeah. So, we've been doing Murky Cave and tying off that loose end and wrapping up the whole Gardevoir Gengar saga next time. After that, we'll pipe. We'll play it by ear. It's a catchphrase from one of my new favorite shows, Dave. Yeah, anyway, that's me rambling. So, I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to hit that like button down below and subscribe if you enjoyed this video as much as I did. Make sure to hit that follow button as well on Twitter at Pallet_U to keep up on all things Pokemon science. And as always, there's a time and place for everything.